Hello everyone, I am committing to posting twice per week. I'm hoping I'm gonna last for a whole year, and this YouTube channel is gonna grow because the whole intention is to help and to grow this space with people who are interested in personal development and mindset work and other things that I'm personally interested in. I'm being selfish. I want to talk today about the question that I used to ask myself a lot, and I find that people usually ask it as well, is like, how do you keep resilient mindset when you face challenges or changes? And I think it's a very good question, and it's a question that I feel like everyone asks at a certain point of their life, especially if they're trying to grow, like personally and even professionally, or they've noticed something that they would like to change in themselves or in their life, and they're like, how do you stay in that like kind of right mindset? And from my personal experience, I just want to share here quickly the things that helped me the most and are still helping me on a regular basis to stay in that right mindset, to stay in the right state of mind. How I'm trying to describe it, because it's almost like a feeling. It's mindset is thought, but also it's a feeling. And so I want to share with you what worked and works for me, and hopefully this is going to work for you. So number one, affirmations. And affirmations are, when I'm saying affirmations, it's just something that, you know, like when somebody says something and you're like, like I knew that, or like it speaks right to your heart and you know it's true, but you either didn't trust yourself enough to believe it, or you wanted somebody to vocalize it for you, and then like you kind of understood it differently and it clicked. So those phrases are the phrases that I want you to write down and remember and read on a regular basis. For me, one of the affirmations that worked very, very well, and it still works right now. So when we face challenges or changes, we are mostly afraid of stress or uncomfortable feelings that are going to arise with that change. And so what I invite you to do or to write down is to say, I'm comfortable being uncomfortable. I am comfortable being uncomfortable. Emotions are like a wave. They come, they rise, and then they go down. And if we can only look at them as waves and understand that whenever the feeling is going to come, it's going to rise, you're going to feel it, allow it to come through, allow the experience to happen, and then you know it's going to pass. Because if you look at your life, no matter how old you are or where you're at in the world and what you're doing right now, you've probably you've experienced emotions that come and go. They come and go. And so I think it's important to remember that uncomfortable emotions are just emotions, and they're going to pass. And in order for us to not block ourselves from moving forward, all we actually need to do is to accept the fact that we are going to feel those emotions, and they will pass, no matter how strong we think they're going to be, no matter how sometimes we think we're not going to be able to handle them, but it's not true, because emotions are part of nature. They are us and we are them to a certain degree. And so you cannot not handle something that's you. So if it helps, think of them as a part of you. They're just like little signals and reminders. Also, emotions, I invite you to look at them as your best friends, because emotions always tell us something that we might ignore mentally, but they would let us know, like when you feel stressed, overwhelmed, or when you feel like the guy has red flags but you're not you're still seeing that guy. You feel something is wrong but you're not paying attention, so you're going to feel that feeling, uncomfortable feeling, for a very long time until you do something with it, until you pay attention to it. Okay? And so going back to affirmations, whatever works for you, whatever you think will help you to understand that uncomfortable emotions are just emotions, and allow them to be there and feel. You're gonna go through changes, and you're gonna elevate faster, or like you're gonna reach your goals faster. And also think about those uncomfortable emotions as the right signals, because if you're feeling uncomfortable, it means you're growing, you're expanding, you're like shrinking yourself a little bit more to like take up more space in life, to be more, to have more to say, like express yourself. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, that's a good sign. Second thing that also helps me is to remember, and it could be an affirmation as well, is that challenges are opportunities for growth. Regardless of the outcome, regardless of you succeeding or not, of you making it or not, of you like achieving that goal or not, the experience that you're gonna get is gonna stay with you forever. The amount of times I would set a goal, and then I would think how much I want to achieve it, and then I would also feel and think about the fears that I have about not achieving that. And then I would always forget the fact that the experience of going through the journey is what is actually very valuable. Because let's say you try to build a business and you failed. You have the skills, and if you've tried long enough and hard enough, you probably know a lot of things. You've realized who you are, you've found out, you've gain like insights. Some people don't even go there. Some people are just afraid to even try, but you give it a try. So you're already courageous, you're already like creative, you're already like goal-oriented person. Those things can be applied to so many different fields. Like if you didn't succeed in one business, it doesn't mean you're never going to succeed. You can apply and use that experience in something else, like in building a different thing, or even going corporate. Think about the experience as value. I, again, personally forget about it all the time, and before I sat down to make this video, I was like, actually I should remind myself of that as well, because like every level that I try to go to, honestly, also a side note, every single time you're going to set higher goals, you're going to go through this process of feeling uncomfortable and scared. But again, it's a good sign. Those challenges are opportunities. And last thing that I think might help you and helps me now, especially that I am setting quite different level goals for myself, and I'm very excited about those, is holding the vision. Hold the vision in your mind. I am reading the book, by the way, that's called A Pocket Full of Money. Great book, good book. I didn't expect it to be a lot of things I knew already, but repetition is your mother, is your best friend. Basically, life is your mind images expressed into the reality. So whatever you have in your life is something that you either thought about or imagined. I know it might sound crazy, and you might dwell on this for a long time until you understand that this is true, but it's true. And so in order to help yourself and your brain and your mindset and like your entire being to like coherently act and like do certain actions that are going to lead you to certain results, you have to hold that vision in your mind. Like, where do you want to be? Who you want to be with? How much money do you want to make? What kind of person you want to become? And we all kind of have that idea, but I want you to visualize it every single day for at least an hour a day. 15-20 minutes in the morning, 15-20 minutes during the day, 15-20 minutes in the evening. Print out the pictures, write down affirmations and a statement of like I am making this much money, or I am receiving this and that. Do that. I know it's gonna sound stupid and scary. I know you're probably not gonna believe it at the beginning, but it's true, because I've been doing it for a while, but this year I'm kind of taking it again to the next level, just like my dreams. And I want to try, right? Like it doesn't hurt to try, even if you're skeptical, or even if your mind tells you right now that it's not true, that the dreams that you've set for yourself are too high or whatever. Try it. Just like try to push aside that noise that you have in your head and focus. And this is why a lot of people meditate right now, because meditation is just basically teaching you how to stay concentrated on one thing. And if you choose that one thing to be your goal, your higher self, your ideal life scenario, this is what you're going to get. And the more you focus on that, the closer you are to being there. And the physical reality also manifests or like appears with a slight delay. I would say it takes time to build it, right? Because like whatever you have here usually doesn't take even a second to visualize it, or some people it takes, it's visualization is also a process. So it's okay if you don't see yourself clearly with all the colors in your imagination first, right, in your ideal scenario. But physical reality is going to catch up the more you think about the images that you have. So hold the vision shortly. Just hold the vision. Try and remind yourself, like, again, print out pictures, go to Pinterest, create a vision board, Photoshop yourself in the places and with the things that you want to have, and just know that it is your reality. Every single day you're getting closer and closer and closer to it. I love you. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was a great reminder for you to dream big and don't give up on your goals. And honestly, it's always a reminder for me. No matter how much I share here, trust me, I am learning and I'm practicing all those things on a daily basis. It's like a gym. Even yesterday I was like, oh, I like how my body looks. And I was like, yeah, it didn't happen over a day. You've been exercising for a year. You've been paying attention. You've been doing it. And you are still doing it. And it's not like you did it and it's gone. It's a lifestyle. I love you.